Hey everyone! Today, we're diving into something that sounds like science fiction, but is happening right now. A total revolution in how we grow our food. We're talking about taking the farm, with all its soil and fields, and moving it indoors.
And it all starts with this one massive question. Seriously, think about it. The world's population is exploding, and our current food system is already stretched to its absolute limit. This isn't some far-off problem. It's one of the biggest challenges we're facing right now.
So, why is the system so strained? Well, for starters, there's the space issue. Traditional farming has a massive footprint. It sprawls across the planet, driving things like deforestation and habitat loss. We are, quite literally, running out of land to grow food on.
Now this number is just staggering. What you're looking at is the percentage of the world's accessible freshwater that gets used for agriculture. 70%. The system we rely on for food is unbelievably thirsty. It's not sustainable.
And if that wasn't enough, our entire food supply is completely at the mercy of Mother Nature. You know, a single unexpected drought, a flood, a snap frost, any of it can wipe out an entire season's harvest. That creates so much risk in the one system we all need to survive.
So yeah, it's pretty clear we've got a problem. When you add up the land use, the water consumption, and the constant threat of weather, you can see our planet is under an incredible amount of strain.
But what if? What if we could just start over? Design a new system from the ground up? Well, the most exciting answer to that question might be taking the farm out of the field for good. And this quote just paints the perfect picture. Forget about endless fields and tractors. I want you to imagine these huge vertical buildings right in the middle of our cities, growing fresh produce in perfectly controlled conditions, totally sealed off from the outside world.
When you put the two systems side by side, the difference is it's night and day. You go from being totally weather dependent to having a perfectly controlled climate. You go from insane water usage to cutting it by 95%. You get rid of soil entirely, and because it's a closed loop, you don't need any pesticides. It's a completely different way of thinking about farming.
So how in the world does this actually work? I mean, how do you grow food inside a skyscraper? Let's geek out a little on the incredible tech that's making this whole agricultural revolution possible.
First things first, you have to ditch the dirt. That's where hydroponics comes in. Instead of soil, you give the plants a nutrient-packed water solution. It delivers everything the plant needs right to its roots. This is really the foundation of indoor farming. And then there's aeroponics, which takes things even one step further. Instead of soaking the roots in water, you just mist them with this nutrient-rich fog. It's even more efficient, using way less water and giving the roots tons of oxygen to breathe.
Okay, growing without soil is amazing, no doubt. But that's not the biggest game changer here. The real secret weapon, the thing that unlocks the true potential of all this, is the light.
So here's the magic. Instead of relying on the sun, these farms use AI to create something called a light recipe. The AI figures out the exact type, intensity, and timing of light that a specific plant loves. Then, super efficient LEDs deliver that perfect light 24/7. No clouds, no night, no seasons. Just perfect growing conditions all the time.
So when you bundle all this tech together, the results are just mind-blowing. You're saving massive amounts of water, there's no soil erosion, you don't need pesticides, and the plants are growing non-stop. And because you can stack layers up and up, the amount you can grow in a small space is unbelievable. We're talking yields over 100 times higher than a traditional farm.
Okay, I know this all sounds like something you'd see in a movie, but it's very real, and it's turning into a serious business. The big question now is, can it actually scale from a cool idea into something we see in every supermarket? And the money is definitely following the hype. The vertical farming market is on a trajectory to hit nearly $18 billion. So this isn't just some science fair project anymore, it's a rapidly growing industry that's attracting huge investments.
And you can see the momentum in the real world. You've got companies like Plenty who are set to open these massive indoor berry farms in 2025 and 2026. Then there's AeroFarms, a leader in using that aeroponics tech we talked about to crank out huge amounts of leafy greens. These aren't just small startups, they are becoming major industrial players. But, and this is a big but, for all the incredible technology and all the market buzz, there's one giant challenge that could stop this whole revolution cold, a really fundamental economic problem. It all boils down to this. The sun is free. Replacing the sun with thousands of high-tech LED lights that run 24 hours a day, well, that takes an enormous amount of electricity. And electricity isn't free. This is the single biggest hurdle to making vertical farming work everywhere.
And that energy cost creates this clear divide you see here. Right now, it makes economic sense to grow things with high profit margins, like fancy leafy greens or strawberries. But the ultimate dream? Growing the staple crops that feed the world, like wheat or corn? The energy cost is still just way too high to compete with a regular field.
And that leaves us with the billion-dollar question, doesn't it? Vertical farms have solved the puzzle of land, water, and weather. But can they solve the energy equation? People are trying everything, more efficient LEDs, building farms next to renewable energy plants. We have to ask, will this amazing technology stay limited to growing premium salads for the wealthy, or can it truly evolve to grow the basic foods that feed the entire planet? That's the challenge that will define the future of food.